If I had to sum up the movie, Totally Killer, in just one sentence, I'd have to say it's a fun black comedy slasher variation on the concept behind Back to the Future. My name is Stephen Archibald, and welcome to my movie podcast. Hello to you, and welcome to my podcast, They Came From Within, Cult Movie Reviews. New Killer Star, Totally Killer, 2023. In the last few years, there have been a number of rather engaging horror movies in which a spirited young female, via some supernatural event or scientific mechanism, winds up locking horns with a relentless killer. Happy Death Day from 2017. Its sequel, Happy Death Day to You, from 2019, and Freaky from 2020 are three fine examples. I feel that Totally Killer is a worthy addition to this movie cycle. Jamie Hughes, who's played by the delightful Kiernan Shipka, is a teenage girl who has her world turned upside down when her mother Pam is stabbed to death on the night of Halloween. We roll back the years, and on the evenings of the 27th, 29th and 31st of October 1987, three of Pam's teenage friends end up stabbed to death, each receiving 16 stab marks exactly. It just so happens that Jamie's best friend Amelia, who is nicely played by Kelsey Mawema, is a brainbox who has invented a time machine. The upshot is, Jamie makes it back to October 1987, just before the murders occur. Can she unmask the killer in time to prevent the slaughter and thereby save her own mother too? You should have a good time finding out. The 1980s, its look, its attitudes and its trends are mocked and celebrated in this movie. One pleasant touch being that the young Pam and her friends model themselves on Molly Ringwald's screen characters from that era, with Pam herself dressing up as Claire Standish from The Breakfast Club. I mean, all that's really missing to complete the effect is to have Simple Minds' Don't You Forget About Me play on the soundtrack. And there are lovely echoes of Back to the Future. In that, Jamie has to carefully steer her mother Pam's developing relationship with the young man who will become her father. The lead protagonist's Christian name Jamie is a tribute to the Scream Queen, Jamie Lee Curtis, and her surname, Hughes, is a nod to the director of The Breakfast Club, John Hughes. And in keeping with the 1980s nostalgia vibe, the killer's mask is a caricature of a handsome blonde leading man from that period, such as Kiefer Sutherland or Dolph Lundgren. And there is more than a trace of Max Headroom in the mask's design. It was designed by Tony Gardner. Totally Killer was directed by Nahnatchka Khan. She is widely known for creating the comedy series Don't Trust the Bitch in Apartment 23 and Fresh Off the Boat. In an interview found in Bloody Disgusting, Nahnatchka explained how this movie came about. The idea of a horror comedy time travel movie is, I'm going to be honest, something I never thought of in my life. So, when I was approached by the amazing creatives at Blumhouse and Amazon about Totally Killer, it was just so unique and exciting. I had to get involved. Another entertaining, inventive movie which firmly belongs in this subgenre is The Final Girls from 2015, starring Taissa Farmiga and Malin Ackerman. Kiernan Shipka first came to the public's attention for her role as Don Draper's daughter Sally in the critically acclaimed Mad Men, and she also played the teenage witch Sabrina Spellman in The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, which ran between 2018 and 2020. The wonderfully witty Julie Bowen portrays Jamie's mother Pam. Julie's best known for playing Claire Dunphy in the mega popular sitcom Modern Family, and Olivia Holt plays Pam as a teenager. She's great fun as a mean girl who gradually softens under Jamie's influence. And the way in which the teenage Pam initially responds to Jamie is shocking but hilarious. The movie's atmosphere is enhanced by Michael Andrews' music score. His credits include Donnie Darko, Bridesmaids, and Bad Teacher. Great use is also made of such fine 1980s tracks as Bizarre Love Triangle by New Order and The Killing Moon by Echo and the Bunnymen. The latter song was also used to considerable effect in Donnie Darko. The time travel aspect of the plot doesn't really stand up to close scrutiny, but this hardly matters. And besides, at one stage, the 1980s town sheriff moans, "I hate time travel movies. They never make any sense." And even though Totally Killer is a horror comedy, the slayings carried out by the Sweet 16 Killer are quite brutal. Kimberly Huey appears in this movie as Laura Creston, the mother of Jamie's best friend, Amelia, and the teenage Laura is the Doc Brown to Jamie's Marty McFly, by helping her, well, get back to the future. Jonathan Potts plays a creepy podcaster called Chris de Boussage. What with this guy and the dopey couple of podcasters in the 2018 Halloween, real podcasters like myself could get a complex, you know. The busy Canadian actor Lachlan Monroe plays Jamie's father Blake in 2023, and the teenage Blake is portrayed by the actor and singer Charlie Gillespie. Filming on this production took place between the 12th of May and the 23rd of June last year, and the film was shot at the Bridge Studios, as well as at various locations in Vancouver, Canada. After its debut at the Fantastic Fest in Texas on the 28th of September, Totally Killer was released by Amazon Prime Video on the 6th of October this year, and I am happy to report that it has mostly received glowing reviews. I'm Stephen Archibald, and thanks for listening to my podcast, They Came From Within Cult Movie Reviews. All of my episodes are available from most podcast outlets, and you can follow me if you like. Thanks very much for listening. Protect your loved ones, and goodbye for now.